want to show y'all another little trick that I'll do here to kind of help things out and speed things up. What we got is Kevin's still sitting over here across the road. I don't know if you can see how well you can see the log pile, but he's sitting over there. We want to hop over here on this side of the road. I don't have any trucks right now. Derek's already cutting over here, so what I'm doing is he's already started cutting this area. What I'm doing is I'm over here shoveling this wood around right quick and going ahead and starting his pile for him. You'll see it here what I'm doing. And when I pick these trees up, if I have to shovel them by me, I go ahead and cut the last little bit of the top out of them. And so I'm going ahead and pre-starting his pile for the processor. And all he'll have to do, I don't have a skidder over here with me or anything. All I'm doing is just kind of meandering around on the loader. And you would be surprised at what I can stack up doing this like this. You can already see what I've got going right here. This pile I already got going. And I'm just cutting the tops. When I come out, I'm cutting all the tops. There's a pile of the tops right there. So I've got all of these right here. So now I'm fixing to track over. I'm going to track over because what he'll do is he'll pull up right where I was just sitting right there, and then he'll shoot the trees back at the road right here behind me. And so Derek's got pulls cut all over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm fixing to make me one more pass over here and get all this stuff, and I'm going to put it all in that pile over there, and it won't take me but just a little bit to do it. But here's what's really going to be neat. When I get done doing this right here in just a few more minutes, I'm going to jump down, I'm going to grab the quadracopter, and I'm going to put it up in the air and let it fly over this spot so that you can see what I'm doing here. And that'll kind of give you a perspective on what I'm talking about. I'm sure that most of y'all probably got it figured, or putting it in your mind what I'm doing, but when I do an aerial view of it, it'll really be neat. But like these right here, I won't cut the tops out of these because I'm not going to be sliding them past me or anything. It just, man, the thing about logging is setting everything up. Okay, when I say setting everything up, when I'm talking about setting things up, I'm talking about from where the cutter starts. If the cutter, man, jacks up what he's doing as far as putting drags on the ground, the whole job is screwed up from right there. Because, all right, then the skidders, then you just mess the skidders up right there, right out of the gate. You screw the skidders up. Then the skidders, they gonna jack the processor up or the loader up because they're having to deal with funky stuff and everything, and then it kills it coming to the loader. Also too, it's like a domino effect, man. It screws the whole job up. So if you take and you set up right out of the gate, it's like pouring water down a funnel or something, if you will. Everything just flows just like it's supposed to, right in the right line, in the right order, and all that. I mean, everything just runs just like it's supposed to. This is those tops I cut out walking around here. You can see I'm just building the heck out of that pile. Look at that right there. That's over a load laying there already. I don't know how long this video is already, but man, it don't take long. Then I'll just pick this up. Go ahead, bob the top out of it. Bam, that top's gone, man. And I'm gonna tell you something else too about cutting them tops out. Just cutting a few feet of those tops out, that changes the whole dynamic of that tree. The way you can handle it and what you can do with it, what the skidders can do with it. If you're ever on the fence about buying a grapple saw, they're worth it. I recommend getting it when you buy the machine. But boy, if you try to put one on, that's a pain in the butt to put one on. It's not impossible, but it is not easy to do either. But you can see what piles are growing right there, man. Look at it. Let me swing where you can see the buds. There we go. It's growing. Every tree I throw around, Mexicans. All right, so you see where the pile is right there now, I'm kind of set up kind of at a 45 to it. All right, Mr. Pimp, he's got everything cleaned up over there where the processor is, so he just hopped over here with me right quick. And I mean the trees, Mr. Pimp, what are you doing? I mean the trees are like 40 feet from me, and he's like got 5 drags he's trying to pull with the 635. And when all I need is I need about 10 feet, I'm sitting here explaining to all these people on the video how the trees are 40 feet from me, and all I need is them moved about 10 feet and I can reach them. And you're trying to put like 5 drags together at one time and pull them, you know, and everything. And I mean, dude, all I need is them right. Would you like for me to track up there and get them, or what? I mean, he's struggling. He is up there howling right now. He's listen at him. He can't. He's so messed up. He's like a squirrel in meth in the middle of the road. He does not know what to do. This video is gonna be good right here. Just turn and come toward me, man. Turn and come toward me. Turn to your left. Turn to your left. I'm gonna tell y'all what, these trees, these tops and these trees, these things are like freaking, when they hit the ground, they're like glued to the ground.
I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
Something, I don't know. So we see you got it all right. Me and everybody on YouTube, we're watching you right now.
That's good. That way they can see somebody that's working.
It's like watching freaking paint dry. That tree's about...
What y'all, you just want to nose Kevin up in there like you're sitting there, Tim?
Yeah.
Hey, they get that on YouTube right now? You taking me down?
No, they like action stuff, see? The old pile is growing, it's getting taller. Mr. Pimp, he's keeping up with me right now. He's actually staying just a little bit ahead of me. I almost got that last drag picked up before he got this one to me. But he is killing himself, man, right now. As soon as he gets just a little bit further out, he is toast, man. I'm gonna get him. But I will say this, see, just like this tree right here, see, I'm cutting these forks and stuff out of for Kevin. So if I get me a fork or a top or something out of them things for Kevin to speed him up, shoot, that's what I'm gonna do, man. That's what I'm talking about setting things up. And all. If I can do that to help him out, man, that's one more tree that he don't have to cut the top out of, or cut the butt, you know, like a fork or a cat face off the butt or anything like that. So cut the butt off of Mr. Hankins wouldn't like that one right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix him up. There, cut it low. And by the way, man, my chain is really, really dull on my gravel saw. And I'm going to shoot a video to show you how simple it is here probably next week. Show you how simple it is to swap that chain. It's a self-tightening, self-tensioner on it. It's pretty cool. It'll take nothing but a screwdriver to change it is all it takes to swap that chain. So you can see I've done got the quad out, and I'm gonna give you an aerial view of it, of what I piled up. It took about 18 minutes is how much film footage I had of piling this pile up. So it don't take long to do that, and any time that I can do it, it doesn't work out often that I can do it like this, but any time that I can, I will. It doesn't matter with the processor how like the tops are all intermingled in the way they're laying on top of one another and all. The processor will still pull that stuff out of the pile, so that has no bearing over the processor. In the past, I have piled up piles 4 or 5 times larger than this. We did one day. I think I had, it was either 15 or 16 loads in it that I had stacked up like that. We were doing some work on the processor, and so I started piling it. But the processor just does such a great job. I mean, when people ask me about the processor, this is how I explain the processor to them. I tell them that it is the difference between going to a 20-acre grass field with a 20-inch push mower compared to going to that same field with a 15-foot wide batwing bush hog. There is no comparison. It just does, it runs through the woods so much faster, so much better, so much more efficient than a loader and a pull-through delimber ever thought about working. And so, but doing this right here is what I talk about when I talk about being on a team player and everything. And it's just one of the things. But you can see the log pile there as I'm flying the quad back. So I enjoy shooting these videos. I hope y'all enjoy them too. So we will see y'all later.